In the clip I'm about to show you, you will hear some of the strangest things I have heard about the pro-choice ideology. And it comes from a minister in the United Church of Canada called Lawrence Park Community Church. Now, the United Church is a ultra woke, ultra progressive, and really it's become an anti-Christian church. They are so progressive that they are now ordaining atheists to be ministers. Anyways, let's give this guy a listen.
And this week, mothering became even more complicated after a leak from the U.S. Supreme Court delivered the news that the court was considering removing abortion rights from the federal level of government and devolving it back onto the states. The court seems to be ready to strike down two previous rulings and to give control of abortion laws back to individual states. And this will result in at least 26 states rolling back abortion services and in many cases in banning them entirely. And in our time, laws are being written about abortion that speak of fetal rights and viability and heartbeats, but the perspectives of mothers themselves are seldom mentioned in these forms of legislation. While others simply can't afford the cost of another child right now. Women also get abortions for medical reasons, ectopic pregnancies which are literally dangerous to their life. Abortions are usually sought as a solution to a highly pressing problem that will affect a woman's well-being in the years to come. When states deny women abortions, mothers suffer. Abortion is not free in the United States as it is here. Federal funds don't cover it. Every single year, Congress passes an amendment to make sure that federal funds never go towards abortion. So you can't use Medicaid to get an abortion.
One of the first main issues I want to tackle is a less serious one, is that this guy is Canadian. He is more concerned about what a constitutional law that's being passed in the United States than the own destruction of his own country by Justin Trudeau, Jagmeet Singh in the Canadian government. But he's concerned with things that are really irrelevant to his congregation. First, his sermon does not affect or speak to anyone in the congregation. They're not in the United States, they're in Canada. Second, the United Church is predominantly seniors. These are people over 65. And women over 65 can't get pregnant. Thus, abortion is irrelevant to them. He is preaching to an audience that isn't there. Instead of focusing upon the Word of God, he's focused on political issues across the border. Completely foolish way to handle your pulpit in a church. As well, Canada pays for abortions, sadly, and this congregation will not be having abortions. 60-year-old women do not get abortions. But this pastor has the audacity to say that pro-life ideology, Christian teaching on the sanctity of life, actually hurts mothers. I can't believe a preacher in a church would say such foolishness, say such a statement. If a woman was pro-choice, how can they be a good mother as they murder the baby in their womb? That's not a nurturing, that's not a loving mother. Pro-choice destroys motherhood. And it's sad when we have people preaching anti-truth, anti-love, anti-compassion in pulpits in Canadian churches. God help us. But the glaring issue in this video that we just watched from that pastor in the United Church of Canada church is we have a pastor advocating for women on Mother's Day to be killing children in their womb. The killing and murdering of innocent people or children is sin. James 2:11 says murder is transgressing the law of God. And of course, James is going back to Deuteronomy 5:17, you shall not murder. How on earth can you be a Christian, let alone a Christian in a Christian church pastor, promoting murder in a sermon? Next, this preacher distorts true biblical motherhood. The Bible describes mothers as caring and nurturing. We see this in Isaiah 49, verse 15. Can a mother forget her nursing child? Of course, no. Can she feel no love for the child she has born? Of course, she feels love. The Bible would never approve of a mother murdering her child in the womb and think that this is good motherhood or godly motherhood. God help the United Church of Canada that allows fools like this to say things in their pulpits and in their churches. And again, we get another glimpse of where you go when you abandon the authority, the inspiration, the infallibility of the Scriptures. Really, you can go as far as you think you can go because there's no limit to the depravity of humans and the evil and the wickedness that they will carry out. God help us all here in Canada. Thanks for watching, and God bless.